What's up, beautiful people? We are back with a brand new game. We're about to start Pokemon Consonancia, or in English, Pokemon Consonance. It is a free RPG fan game, and it's been out for a while. The Spanish release was out, but the English translation has just dropped, so you know we gotta dive right into it. You can play this game on your PC or on your Android phone using Joy Player, and I believe it has Pokemon Gen 1 to 9. And it takes place in a new region called the Paseo region. And I think the game is loosely based off Pokemon Masters EX. So we've just met the new professor of the region called Professor Bellis. We have just finished creating our character, and Professor Bellis has asked us to meet her at her lab, which is apparently in Nasky Town. So our adventure has just begun, and it looks like we are kicking things off on a boat. So here, if you go and interact with the computer, you can choose your difficulty mode. You can choose between normal or radical. We have gone with normal mode for our first playthrough. And right off the bat, this game looks absolutely beautiful. I love the visuals. It's very colorful and there's a lot going on. And I love the idea of starting off on a boat. Normally you start off in your hometown or in a truck. But here we're actually starting things off on a boat, which is pretty cool. There's lots of people on it. It looks like it's a massive ferry boat. And we're going to just explore all of the little cabins here and try and collect any items or any information that might help us on our adventure. So we are talking to all the characters, and we've even gone downstairs to the engine room. So here you can actually talk to all the people working in the engine room, and I recommend that you search all the boxes because you can find items hiding in the bins and boxes. We've just picked up a berry and a cell battery, but that's all there is to do in the engine room. So I think there's only one or two more cabins left, and we've just entered another cabin where we have found Lieutenant Surge, who is the Vermilion gym leader. And what I love about this game is I think they've added gym leaders from all the gens into this game. So you're constantly bumping into gym leaders and you get to battle a lot of them, which keeps things really fun and interesting. But now we've left the boat and we have arrived on a beautiful beach. There are some people sunbathing, and we're going to explore the little beach area. But we did get some information from Professor Bellis. She told us that Nasky Town is north of the beach, so I think we've got to head north in order to reach the first little town. But there's even an ice cream truck here. We're going to try and collect all the items and search everywhere we can. We're going to try and stock up on anything we can just to start off on the right foot. And the beach looks incredible. There are Pokemon roaming around. There are people fishing and playing in the sand. We've just picked up a rappel, and I think there was a lighthouse that I spotted. If we go and search behind the lighthouse, you will find a Stardust item. And we've even met Brawly, another gym leader. He also gifts us a berry. So like I said, you are going to bump into loads of gym leaders in this game. We've picked up that Stardust item hiding behind the lighthouse. I recommend you pick that up because you can sell the Stardust for a bit of money. And we head up north and we've arrived at Nasky Town. So let's get exploring. There are a couple houses here and it's supposed to be the home of the lab. So we'll try and go and find Professor Bellis, and I'm hoping we'll get our starter Pokemon. I've got no idea what starter Pokemon you can actually choose from, or if there are any Fakemon. I don't think there are Fakemon in this game, but I might be wrong. We are exploring and chatting to all the locals here in Nasky Town, and we've just found the Pokemon lab. So we're going to enter, and we have finally met Professor Bellis. It looks like she has a little Poochyena, and she asks us which region is our favorite. So whatever region you choose, you will get the option of the starter Pokemon from that region. So of course we've gone with Kanto, my favorite region. So in that case we have the options between Bulbasaur, Charmander and Squirtle. But to the side there's an extra Pokeball which I wasn't expecting, and here you can actually choose between Pikachu and Eevee. So I'm not sure if that's the same with the other regions. I'm not sure if you'll still get to choose between Pikachu and Eevee. Maybe you'll get a different offering, but these are unique Pokemon. As you see, Pikachu and Eevee are both wearing caps, which looks really cool. So I think we're gonna go with Eevee and swap things up. At least we got a choice of multiple evolutions. So what do you guys think? What should I evolve our starter Eevee into? Are you an Umbreon fan, or do you like Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Espeon? Let me know down in the comments. I haven't decided yet. My favorite evolution constantly changes. It always used to be Jolteon, and then it changed to Umbreon, and then Espeon. So I really don't know. We'll just have to see how our playthrough goes. But we also just met Misty and Brock, the gym leaders from the Kanto region. So it looks like we might have to go and battle them. They might be our little partners. We search the rest of the lab and chat to the rest of the scientists. The scientist on the left will ask you a question, and the correct answer is rock type. And if you get that right, he will give you a cleanse tag. And also, as you exit the lab, you can chat to this trainer. And if you want to do a monotype run where you only use one Pokemon throughout your playthrough, one type of Pokemon, like just bug types or fire types, you can actually turn that on, which is really interesting. I don't think I've played a fan game or ROM hack that gives you that option as you start off the game. We're quickly going to come and search the remaining houses here. We did spot Misty and Brock waiting by the little battle arena. And we've just picked up a Quick Claw, which is going to help us a lot in our first little battle. I'm so excited to try out our Eevee. But before we do that, we're going to equip the Quick Claw item onto Eevee, so it should attack first. And we're going to have a look at the map. It looks absolutely incredible. At least now we have some kind of idea of where we are and where we have to head. So it looks like to start things off, we have to head east. And there should be one or two little towns that we go past on the way. But now we're going to try and battle Misty and see how our Eevee performs. Misty's starter Pokemon is a level 5 Staryu. Of course, she's the water type gym leader. And our Eevee is also at level 5. So it looks like we're going to have this battle won pretty easily. But then afterwards, we may have to battle Brock as well. I'm not sure if our Pokemon is going to get healed up or not. So we knock out Staryu and get a bit of money and experience. So that was a fun little battle. And Misty has joined our team, so she actually gifts us a Staryu as well. So that's awesome. We've already got our second Pokemon. And now Brock wants some of the action as well. So Brock's starter Pokemon is a level 5 Onix, which is really cool. One of my favorite rock type Pokemon. And our Eevee is really struggling, but luckily we just got gifted that new Staryu. So we're going to try and use some water attacks on Onix. And yes, that's super effective. One shot and we have knocked out Brock. And Brock also wants to join our party. He gifts us an Onix. So we've got 3 Pokemon right off the bat. I'm not sure what Pokemon I'm going to use throughout the game. We're probably going to swap up our team a whole bunch. But I do love Starmie and I do love Onix. Professor Bellis also gives us our Pokédex equivalent. It's called a wild radar, so you can actually search what Pokemon are found in a specific area. So it's kind of like a DexNav. And she's also gifted us some items and Pokeballs. So now we can officially kick off our adventure. We can explore the first route, which is Route 1. And as you can see, there's a massive grassy area here. So we're going to try and open our wild radar just to see how many Pokemon can be found here. They should be all blacked out until you've encountered them. But it looks like we can find Mareep, Litleo, Kricketot, Bunnelby, some cool Pokemon for Route 1. And our very first wild encounter is a level 6 Kricketot, the bug-type Pokemon. So I think we might try and catch this. I do want to try add a whole bunch of different typings on our team. So our team is very varied. We throw out a Pokeball and that does the job. We've caught our very first Pokemon. So we've officially got 4 Pokemon on our team. That's a massive amount to kick off a game. Our second encounter is a level 5 Mareep, an electric type. We did encounter a whole lot of Pokemon. I didn't show you guys every single encounter. We did catch some off camera, so just keep that in mind. But a Pokemon that you want to be on the lookout for here is Litleo, but there are 2 forms depending on the male or female version. So I love the male version of Pyro. Finding a male Litleo is super rare. You'll normally just encounter females, so do be on the lookout for that. If you encounter a wild male Litleo, do catch it and add it to your collection because it is quite a rare Pokemon. But now we're just going to chat to everyone along Route 1 and see if anybody wants to battle. We've just met Lyra here, who's got the Pokemon Chikorita. So that's pretty cool. She gifts us a nest ball. The more Pokeballs we get, the better, because I do want to try and catch tons of Pokemon in this game. Throughout the game, you will find these little signboards which offer you Pokemon tips. So this one just told us about the Pokédex. They tell us that we can get all the details about the Pokemon in our Pokédex. So do go and check that if you're looking for any information on your Pokemon. We are picking up other items. We've picked up a few potions and repels and things. We've just also picked up a berry, so we've got loads of berries already. It looks like we've completed Route 1 and we are heading to the next town called Vortaro Town. So here we've actually caught up with Brock and Misty again, who are outside the Pokemon Center. We're going to explore the Pokemon Center now and see what's different about it, because there is a lot different in this game. But first thing, we need to heal up our team. We have been battling quite a while. We get gifted a Pokeball, which allows you to heal up your team once outside of battle. And every time you come and heal your Pokemon at the Pokemon Center, that Pokeball will be restored. And normally you can unlock 2 uses or 3 uses of the Pokeball the further you get in the game. And now we're talking to the nurse with the blue hair. She's kind of like the Pokemart nurse. You can buy a whole bunch of items here, and you can also do something else which is really special. You can do wonder trades, but I will show you guys that in the next episode. And here is the nurse with the green hair, which will also sell you items to help boost up your Pokemon stats. But like I said, we will get into that in the next episode and show you in a bit more detail. I feel we've got pretty much everything out the way for the first episode. We've got our starter Pokemon, we've caught a few new Pokemon, we've met all the new characters, we've met some of our rivals. So it's been a jam-packed episode, but our adventure will officially begin in the next episode. That's all it's going to be. Thanks for watching.